Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex and today I'm gonna do another what I eat in a day, but today it's gonna be focused on building my gut and gut health. As you guys know, last year I went through a pretty intense protocol to heal my gut, which was successful, but then I went through some things like surgery and fertility treatments, and then getting UTIs because of the fertility treatments, and then going on antibiotics, and so my gut has been kind of going through it lately. So my goal has been to help rebuild my gut so that I get back to a good place with my microbiome. So just so you know, that is what we're going to be focusing on today. Also high protein, of course, as usual. But let's go ahead and start with breakfast. So I start off by making the same latte that I always make. I do 2 servings of collagen peptides, so that's 20 grams of protein. And then I use my low acid, no mycotoxin, pesticide free coffee, and I add in some A2 milk. So collagen powder supports gut lining repair, promotes skin elasticity, joint health, and reduces inflammation in the gut. And A2 milk is easier to digest than regular milk. It's gentle and sensitive on the stomach and supports calcium and protein intake. Then I'm going to make these Queen Street bagels. They are gluten-free and they have really good ingredients, so I'm just going to toast those. And then I'm going to make a couple of eggs. I'm making breakfast for both my husband and I, so this is not that high in protein, but I have all the protein in my coffee, so it works out to be pretty good. Then I'm also hydrating, and then I'm doing the eggs. These are pasture-raised eggs, which I always try to get because the nutritional profile is much better. Then I'm topping them off with some Redmond's real salt. Now I'm adding cream cheese to the toasted bagels. Cream cheese is a source of healthy fats and fat-soluble vitamins and can help balance blood sugar also when paired with carbs. Then I'm making my little morning adrenal/gut cocktail. It's just water, this ion gut support, which is basically humic extract, and then I am adding some trace minerals and some Redmond real salt. And then just drinking that and making sure I'm getting really hydrated in the morning. Then I try to eat my breakfast sitting outside because sunlight can actually help to regulate your blood sugar levels while you're eating. So not only is it just nice, but I like to do it because of that. Then moving on to lunch, I'm just gonna make kind of like a girl lunch today because I don't feel like making something super involved. So I'm going to chop up some cucumber, and then I'm going to add some cottage cheese. It's about half of a cup, I would think. I didn't really measure it out, but this is a really good cottage cheese. I like that it's not so liquidy. Then I'm gonna top it off with Trader Joe's crunchy chili onion oil. This stuff is amazing. And then some Maldon flaky sea salt. And then I'm also going to have some prosciutto. So some quick gut health facts about some of these ingredients. Chilies boost metabolism, circulation, and gut motility. They're also rich in vitamin C and antioxidants. Garlic is a natural prebiotic. Onion is also a prebiotic. And cucumber is hydrating and soothing for the digestive tract and helps flush out toxins. I also added some of these black sesame rice crackers on the side. And then I'm just going to eat this while I work. And moving on to snacks, for my first snack I'm going to have a pear. Pears are gentle fiber sources that support bowel regularity and nourish gut bacteria. And then I'm going to have later on some pistachios. Pistachios contain prebiotic fiber and healthy fats and promote good gut flora and heart health. And then I'm also taking all of my supplements. It's a lot, so if you want to see all the things that I take, I made another video and I'll link it above.
¿Escuchaste algo de eso?
Moving on to dinner, I'm going to make something that's inspired by yakisoba. And please excuse my bastardized version of this dish, but I do really love it and I'm making it my own way. So I start with 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar, then I do 2 tablespoons of no soy tamari, but you can use regular soy tamari, just make sure it's organic. Then I do 2 tablespoons of this red boat fish sauce. I know you're supposed to use oyster sauce, but I couldn't find one with good ingredients. Then I did 2 tablespoons of organic ketchup and 4 tablespoons of organic Worcestershire sauce, and yes, that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm half English. And fun fact, actually also a dual citizen of the United States and the United Kingdom. And then I'm going to get to chopping things. I'm going to start off with the onion, slicing it thinly, and then I'm going to do the same with the chicken, just thinly sliced. Then I will pan fry the chicken just with some garlic powder and a little bit of Redmond real salt. You guys don't have to add as much salt as I add to everything. I do not have an issue with blood pressure and I crave salt a lot. I always have, like, throughout my whole life, and I've never had an issue with it, so you may not be as salty as me. Don't worry about it. And then I'm going to put the chicken aside in a bowl and saute the onions, and when those are getting transparent, then I'll add the cabbage. And while that's cooking, I'm adding these udon noodles from Lotus Foods. They are gluten-free, and yes, I know they're udon noodles and not yakisoba noodles, but they do not make yakisoba noodles that are gluten-free, so that's what I use. And they work out fine. And then when the cabbage and onions are cooked, I add the chicken back in and then drain the noodles and then add them and then add the sauce and then toss everything together. It is a super easy dish and it is one of my absolute favorites. Also, this dish is all about the toppings that I like to add to it, so just wait for that. So I'm going to add the Trader Joe's crunchy chili garlic onion oil. Again, this stuff is so amazing. I add it to everything. And then cilantro, green onion, and some toasted sesame seeds and sriracha. So going on to the gut benefits of this dish. Cabbage supports gut detoxification, hormone balance, and is rich in glutamine, which helps repair gut lining. The onions, again, they are rich in prebiotics. And that's it, guys. That's my what I eat in a day for gut health. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.